Hello, sports fans, and welcome back to Smash and Grab TV, home of Blood Bowl. It's round one, match 2 of the Royal Rumble. The weather's fair, but my co-host is only middling. What's up, Tolmandry?
Oh, you're not going to believe it. I've got missing nobblers.
Yeah.
If you were still having your alleged pie business, I might wonder where they'd gone. But no, I know what's happened.
No. Pie business long gone, mate. Long gone. Wait.
It was, yeah.
No, the pie business was real. It was the whole Noblar thing that was alleged. But when you say gone missing, what, are they just gone out on the Raz or what?
No, I think my ogres have been playing with my werewolves and they've been playing fetch using Noblars. And unfortunately the poor old Noblars don't really do too well when the werewolf retrieves them.
Wowzers. Okay. So, would you want to give us our viewers just a quick rundown of where we are and who's playing today?
Exactly. We have the Jaypees, the Tiny Rocks, but no, it's the Tiny Rocks 2. They're the away team.
Yes.
They do look very familiar compared to his last team. In fact, I think quite a few of them are identical, are they not?
Could well be, yeah.
It's indeed, and they're up against the Rat Street Kids. This is Robin Bloodaxe's team. He's a new coach for our league, and it'll be interesting to see how he plays. I mean, obviously we've seen very successful Skaven previously.
Indeed, the Skaven can be terrifying on the pitch. I noticed the stadium is not quite up to the standard that the rest of ours are.
I know.
What's happened there? Because I'm sure Robin got the same amount of money as the rest of us.
He did. Every coach was given an extra $1 million to upgrade their stadium and enhance it. And do you know what he spent it on? He's bought a massive pile of warp stones. So I think we can expect this team to become about as mutated as you can get later on in the season.
Hell yeah. Look at the size of that rat ogre as well with his tail whipping to and fro. Yep, that's going to be dangerous. Okay, so we've got the kickoff, Jaypee's kickoff. We've got a brilliant coaching result. So Tiny Rocks will get an extra reroll this half.
They will. Now, of course, the problem with the old Khemri, they are rubbish at picking up the ball. I mean, I can't talk about that given my own team, but yeah. Nice pick up there, sure hands.
Yeah, sure hands for Robin's Skaven there. So, yeah, we could be looking at a very quick turnaround for this first half.
So I can imagine he's setting his gutter runners up ready to sprint down the pitch. I mean, the Khemri they're not too slow compared to some teams, given they are all undead.
Well, the Tomb Guardians are pretty ploddy, but the rest of them do have some moves to them. It's a little bit odd to me, though, that Robin's... Yeah, I mean, the dodging, get them away, you know, they're highly agile. He's left himself fairly open, but I guess he's relying on the fact that the Tomb Guardians and co just can't get to him that fast.
I don't know. I mean, if they sprint, they can certainly get into contact.
Yeah, but he's sort of almost built a cage without putting anybody in the cage. You know, the ball carrier's just sitting on his own.
The ball. Exactly.
Yeah.
Not the best tactics. Now, I must admit, I'm paying quite careful attention to these Skaven because I'm actually going to meet them in round 2. Of course, I've still got to fight the lunchbox layabouts. And I hate halflings.
Oh, yes.
We all know what happened last time I played halflings.
Those of us in the know do, and we relish the thought of a replay of that.
Oh, I don't.
So Jaypee's playing quite defensive. He knows how quick and how nippy those Skaven are.
He's lucky there.
Yeah, to use the reroll.
They do look nice when they're smashing someone with their fists, don't they, those old Skaven? And stunned properly.
It's a shame they stink so much.
They do. I mean, it's not quite as bad as the last lot. I mean, do you remember that pitch? It was literally a urinal.
Oh, it was foul.
It was awful. Foul. Yeah. But yeah, here we go. Okay, so the Skaven are moving down as expected, but still the ball hasn't appeared.
A long-winded way to go as well. I guess he's trying to clear a path down the side.
That's interesting. I would have pushed him the other way for that very reason.
Oh my God! We've got a death.
Oh, this is what we like to see, a death this early in the season. And is he going to...
That's a hell of a start.
He is. Now, of course, Khemri can all regenerate. So is he going to regenerate, or is he actually... He's bitten the dust, literally.
Officially gone. Now, that's a little bit of a scary place for his rat Ogre to be right on the side there, but I guess he's counting on them not having enough weight to push him off.
He has, and he's also gone and covered it using a gutter runner, so that they cannot get a single blitz against him to push him off the edge. Okay, we do have a bit of defensive going on. Oh, we've got a trip.
Failed dodge, and we've got an injury here for Wilfred.
Injured when he tripped. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Badly
no
hurt.
long-term effect, so the old rat's going to come back next match, but it's never nice to lose somebody off the pitch, is it?
Well, this is it. I mean, they're both down one player, so down to 10 players after just the first turns. I mean, if this carries on, we could have ourselves a bloodbath.
We really could. We really could. I didn't notice, by the way, did either of the teams have spare players, or did they both start with just the basic 11?
I believe the yes, the Rat Street kids have got a 12th player. I'm not sure about the Khemri.
Okay.
We'd have to check their box, but it's over on the other side of the pitch where we cannot see at the moment.
Yeah, we'll try and spot that a little bit later on. So the ball has moved up the pitch now. It's crossed over the centre line.
Oh, now this is interesting. The Tomb Guardian is getting himself up. Oh, and he's only managed to push the gutter runner. That would be a relief.
He's determined to try and... Yeah, but if he can manage to get that Rat Ogre on the next go, he may very well be able to get him off. You'll pardon the expression.
I knew what you meant. Many people wouldn't, but yes. We've commentated together long enough that I know when to take your comments one way or another normally.
Oh, I'm always able to bring the tone of the conversation down. You know me.
You are
down to halfling size.
Now, of course, we've got a Tomb Guardian up against this Skaven thrower. So I mean, this is now looking a little bit dicey. Oh, we've got a skull. One dice blocks are always risky.
Yeah.
Hey, now that's interesting though. He's pushed the skeleton right up against the edge. Oh, there's my werewolves again, begging for more Noblars. Honestly, these ogres, they're an absolute nightmare.
Yeah. I'm surprised you keep them on, to be honest. I mean, you're not even playing the undead team anymore, but you've still got them. Are you just keeping them as pets now?
They're lovely, yes. I mean, you can't beat them except when they're very noisy.
Okay, so we've got a Skaven dodging up the right-hand side.
We've
of the
got another
now,
skull. That's a second
to receive the ball.
Second one dice block and a skull. That is not well timed. I mean, he could have gone and assisted there. He had spare players, but he's taken a risk, and that ball carrier is open.
Okay, we've got it both down. Nope, they've turned into a POW.
Yeah.
And yeah, he has gone down like a ton of bricks.
And that ball is now open, but do we have anyone on the Khemri team that can reach it?
I think they can with a dodge, but it is a little bit worrisome.
They're not exactly the most agile team. What,
yeah,
they agility 2
agility
on the whole?
there.
Or agility
I think
1
so, yeah.
for the Tomb Guardians, yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. You really wouldn't want to try and dodge with a Tomb Guardian.
I noticed Jaypee is marking up some of the gutter runners to stop them turning back and assisting, so...
Yeah, well, he's got to play the safe game there, because fundamentally the Skaven, they're so manoeuvrable and so fast, it would be easy for Robin Bloodaxe to pick up that ball again. So, yeah, he needs to turn every last bit of...
he's pushed him into the crowd!
Here.
Winston is being kicked in by a member of the crowd. Oh, so the Skaven are now down 2 players.
Yeah, I bet Robin's kicking himself as well. If he'd bought himself a beer stand, he would have been causing much more significant injuries there, I think.
Well, I'm not sure Robin would have wanted the injuries, because that was his own player that's been pushed into the crowd. Oh, that's
true. Let me rephrase that. Jaypee's gutted that there isn't a beer stand.
Exactly. He's got the... Oh, he's not got the ball. I thought the Khemri had actually picked up the ball there.
Well, this is the trouble with skeletons. Everything falls through their fingers.
And that was a throw rower as well. They have a natural ability to pick up the ball with sure hands, but even then, 2 4+, not very easy. Right, the rats are taking their revenge.
Sailing through the air there. No injury, no armour break.
Who are you playing in your second match? Because obviously we had an entertaining match for your team that we recorded last.
Yeah, I played the the goblins, I believe my second match is against those halflings that you dread so much.
Oh, okay. So you'd quite like me to kill a few, so that there's, or preferably fell a tree. Or two.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Under normal circumstances, yes, but you've let slip that you're playing them after me, so I'm not sure how much of a favour I want to do you by taking them out. I might just, push them around a bit.
You're okay.
You're playing them first.
I'm playing the halflings first, and then you're playing them, and I'm actually
Oh,
offering
that's
to
right,
do you a
that's right.
favour.
Oh well, yes. By all
Note
means,
this down.
yes.
It will never happen again.
Yes, kill those halflings. That's fine.
Or a risky one dice block. And he's pushing them onto the ball. Where's it going? Oh, it's freed it up a little bit, but there's nobody to blitz him now because that's gone.
Well, it's a slightly risky move, isn't it, pushing onto the ball, because there is that possibility that the player's just going to pick it up on the way.
I'm not sure the player that gets pushed onto it can pick it up, because I think it
they
always
can't.
fumbles
Okay.
because they're kind of avoiding being knocked over by the player who's pushing them. Yeah.
Yeah,
but you just don't know where it's
going to
go.
pay attention to who's next to it. Yeah, absolutely. It can land up in the wrong hands.
He's gone for it. That's a super fast Tomb Guardian. So we now have 2 Tomb Guardians marking that ball. That's going to be incredibly hard for the Skaven to pick up.
Yeah. He's just making it as tough as possible for them. And really, you do have to play that way against Skaven. You've got to be so careful. One slip, and they can just be gone with the ball.
Oh, they can. I mean, we've seen it in the previous season that they just literally disappear down the pitch. Oh no, he's used up his blitz. The Skaven have used their blitz, and the Rat Ogre just stood there roaring.
Yeah, it's that wild animal, isn't it?
Yeah, they're not the brightest of creatures.
Do they have the same benefit as trolls do, or is it ogres when they've got a team player by their side, or does that not affect their?
They don't. They're like
minotaurs,
minotaurs, so they're all considered wild animals. So if you give them the command, hit that one, or run and hit that one, they're fine. If you give them any other command, they get very confused. Oh, and the ball has bounced open.
So we just had an attempted pass. Yeah, it was an attempted pass, fumbled pass. Bounced between a couple of players, and it has just dropped to the side now.
I mean, this gives the Khemri a chance, because they could now pick up the ball, but we're running a bit low on turns. We've got 4 turns for them to shamble down to the end.
Yeah, they're going to need to put their motors on. They really are.
I mean, that's what you want, though. You're taking out the gutter runner, and he's knocked out. Oh,
good play.
That was a punch and a half.
Yeah, gutter runners. They are probably the most dangerous of the Skaven players. The fastest, the most agile.
That's it. I mean, when you've got a player that can just run 11 spaces down the pitch in total, I mean, they can just get the ball and vanish before you know what happens.
Yeah.
It was interesting though. The Tomb Guardian, another one's knocked out. Crikey, this is really
just
going against Robin Bloodaxe.
Yeah, it's really taking him down, isn't it? Well, that's something for us to bear in mind when we face Jaypee. Just how destructive he can be. Yeah,
I mean, you can't underestimate the Tomb Guardian's power, but even the general skeletons. I mean, you've got a couple of Blitzra there. And who's that picked it up? Is that a Blitzra or... That's the Blitzra that's got the ball, isn't it? Ooh!
Might see. You're going for it again. He's just lucky he's not on our Astro Granite.
He is. I mean, the problem that you have with the big guys, of course, is you have to, if you try and use a reroll, as Robin Bloodaxe just did there, you first have to roll a 4+ to be able to use it.
Yes, that loner drawback, isn't it?
I mean,
he's well out in the lead there with that ball.
Well, you say that, but then there's an upright Skaven on the left side of the pitch the Tomb Guardian is trying to take down. That one is still within range, I think. I mean, these Skaven, they are just so fast. I'm wondering how on earth I'm going to deal with them myself.
Yeah. And it's something we don't necessarily want to talk too much about before we come up against him, because we don't want to give our opponents
don't give our game plan away.
Yeah, but I've certainly got my own way of dealing with Skaven. Something which has worked reasonably well in the past.
Excellent. I mean, with ogres, it's not exactly a subtle game that my guys play. They hit stuff. If they're very lucky, someone gets the ball. Can he actually reach
so
him?
we've got a
No,
Skaven
not
coming
quite.
down, but no. No, I
Oh,
think
now
he'll
that
be
was some
very lucky to take
incredible
him
dodging.
out. Yeah, he was going for it. He failed. The reroll is critical. Oh my!
He's taken him
got
down!
it!
Wow! What a save by
And
the
that was with the
Skaven.
thrower as well, yeah. Good job there, Robin. Failed to pick up the ball, but he's in a much stronger position now. There's no more Khemri able to get to that ball.
No, there's nothing to back them up. And there's a 3 Skaven now in close range of it. How on earth is Jaypee going to respond?
From Robin's point of view, the question is whether or not he's got people spread them out about the pitch enough to be able to get a touchdown in one more turn.
He doesn't. I can't see any Skaven players at the end of the pitch now. So this is all about saving this half so that the Khemri don't score.
Yeah, preserving that 0-0, and if he can, maybe getting a pass in to get some skill points.
Do you know, I think the only option that Jaypee has here is to try a blitz with the down skeleton, pick up the ball, and I don't think he's got enough movement to actually then go and score. I think he'll be one short, even if he sprints. Oh, now that was a useful move, going for it so he gets a 2-dicer.
Yeah, if he can take out this thrower, that's going to be a huge impact for the rest of the game.
Well, the thrower is down. Has he got the ball? He's picked up the ball. Did I miscount? Oh, yeah. Oh, he's done it. He scored.
Oh, nicely done.
I love the way we have the dramatic dive as they come over the end. I mean, they are posers, these Khemri, aren't they? Like,
what kind of a dance is that?
Oh, I know. I mean, that is Khemri all over.
Yeah.
I would quite like to see a Tomb Guardian score. It's been many, many years since I've seen one of those even get close to the end zone with the ball.
Well, let's face it, how often do they even get the ball?
Now that was very lucky for Robin Bloodaxe. Both of his knocked out players woke up.
Yeah, and he's going to need them really because he's already one down. Now, Skaven are very fast scorers when they're played right. So he still does have the potential to come back, draw, potentially even win, but he's going to need to be focused.
He is. Yeah, he's 10 against 11.
Yeah, and Jaypee's a very experienced, very successful coach, not just in the online leagues, but also on the tabletop version. So yeah, he's got his
got his work
whatever
cut
the word
out
is
for him,
cut out for him. Yes. Yeah. Work, that's the word. I don't work very often, you see. It's not a word in my vocabulary.
It's an alien idea.
Yeah. I generally tend to pay other people to do the work.
I think that's fair. It looks like the Skaven are going to take it out on the undead, so at least if they can get rid of one or two. I mean, they at least have a death.
Yeah.
And, you know, that is always the sort of, like, exactly what you want in a match. Good job he's got those 2 blitzers there. Goals for both. The way he's moving there, I'm wondering if we're going to see a foul coming in.
Yeah, it's perfectly possible.
That's a shame.
Mr. Shorehands has dropped it though, hasn't he? Look at that.
I would imagine he was going for the one quick star player point before half time.
Yeah.
But I think if he'd have got it, I think we would have seen a foul on Cookie. Oh, that's such a shame.
There. Yeah, Robin will be cursing himself at this point, but plenty to play for in the second half.
I mean, that is good move by Jaypee. Obviously, the re-rolls are all going to be reset, so you may as well try and get the Rat Ogre down.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Foul him.
He might
take out a big guy.
He's only going to get +1 on a foul, because if you're in the tackle zone of anybody else, it doesn't help. But that still reduces the Rat Ogre down to 7 for... Oh, there we go. He did try.
Yeah.
No,
I think you've got to.
You do. But the secret to success with fouls is to surround the enemy without having opposing tackle zones, because they immediately...
Yes.
Yeah, it just doesn't help. It's like he surrounded him, but only one of them helped.
You're talking to Granny about sucking eggs here, but you're right.
You are known to enjoy your fouls, aren't you, Double D?
The way I figure it, right, if fouling wasn't a valid part of the game, we simply wouldn't be allowed to do it. but it's there. It's right there in the rule set. Fouling is available. So
it
why
is.
not
I
use
can't
it?
deny it. Okay,
It's
so
a risky manoeuvre, sure.
Well, exactly. I mean, second half, then the Skaven have got to actually kick the ball to the Khemri, and the Khemri, of course, are winning.
Yeah. So it's really going to be down to Robin to try to blitz in and grab it as soon as possible. Probably want a nice long kick if he can, make it slower for the Khemri to get back to reach that ball.
Well, especially with the speed of his rats, absolutely.
Out. Yeah.
Oh, an extra gas scatter. Where's it going to go? Is it going to come off the pitch, or are we going to end up with a decent kick?
Yeah.
Oh, a fumble there by the skeleton.
Yeah.
That's not a bad kick.
It's decent. Could have been a couple of 3 squares further if possible, but there we are.
Well, this is where it's so, I mean, if you can get a player with a kick skill, I mean, it gives you so many more options. Oh, we've got a double skull. Oh, I thought the Tomb Guardian had taken himself down for a second there.
Yeah.
It is a very slow-moving game when you're watching the Tomb Guardians, isn't it? It's like a game of literal two halves. One side is sprinting around the pitch like little mad creatures, and the others are shambling along and leaving bits of dead bits everywhere.
Yeah, very different skills, very different play styles. It's quite tricky, really, when these two types of teams come together. Because if either one of them get Nuffle's blessing, they can demolish the others, whether through injury or through simple speed.
Exactly.
So it's always a shaky one to call, really, isn't it?
Okay, he has got the ball, but of course the risk here is you've got all of these fast Skaven, so even though they've got tackle zones protecting him, they could still potentially get in there and take him out.
Yeah, they can, and that choice of whether to have a tight cage or a loose cage is quite a critical one to make.
Especially when you're fighting against Skaven. I mean, they're not the bashiest of team. Ooh!
Injury.
That's an injury to one of the Tomb Guardians. Now again, they have to roll twice when they get injured. It's an unfortunate side effect of their rotting. Is he going to regenerate, or is he out of the match? Oh, he's regenerated.
Okay, he's regenerated, but now one of the results there was Smashed Hand miss next game. Does he still miss?
No, he's completely regenerated.
Next game, even though he's regenerated, or does that cancel that effect?
It cancels it. Any injury he had is now gone. He only has to roll once, even though they have 2 injuries. He only has to roll once to regenerate.
Okay.
Such a shame. I like seeing them taken off the pitch permanently, but especially the Tomb Guardians.
Yeah.
I mean, one thing they are particularly weak against is chainsaws.
Yes, and claws, of course.
Yes, yeah. If you can take down their armour and you can break through, you've got a good chance of injuring them. That was close. We almost had a both down result, which wouldn't have been great because I think that was the storm vermin he was blitzing, was it not?
Yes, and they're a tough opponent, the storm vermin. Stronger armour.
Yep, and they come with the block skill, of course.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean the old Khemri, they're moving the ball slowly down the pitch. They're keeping a very good sort of control of it there. I would imagine he's going to have to move up somewhere on the back.
Yeah. Jaypee's a man who knows how to use his team to best effect. He won't push more than the players needed into holding off the opponents. He always keeps enough back to protect his ball and shifts as far as he can without too much risk. He's a good guy.
He does.
I hate him, frankly.
He actually focuses on winning. I mean, this is an alien concept to me. I focus on killing the opposition. Yeah, if I happen to score a point, that's all well and good. But where's the fun in that?
Absolutely. And for me, it's all about the fun. For me, I want to get things shifting. I want to be dodging and weaving and surprising people. None of this carefully planning things out and doing all you can to win. Just have fun.
Just take them out. That's some good move there by Robin Bloodaxe. But notice the gutter runner has ended up far down the pitch, ready to receive the ball should he take it off the undead. Ooh.
That was nasty. I swear I saw his jaw disconnecting then.
I did wonder if we were going to see a dead skeleton, but it somehow bounced back. Yeah, the old Tomb Guardian magic is quite powerful at keeping them held together, thankfully.
Yeah.
Ah, stupid ogres have just gone and thrown another Nobbler.
Seriously.
Seriously. They just
well,
think
at least
it's
they
hilarious.
threw it and didn't eat it. Yeah.
Yeah, well, not like trolls. Oh dear. Never try throwing with a troll. I've seen goblins that have been thrown by trolls. They land, but they don't have a head, unfortunately, because it's
well, this
being
is the thing,
chewed in the troll's mouth.
Yeah. Well, the trolls hear the word goblin and they decide to obey.
Gobble it down.
Yeah.
Oh, I think we're going to see the thrower blitz. Yes, we are.
Just a push.
Will he follow up or will he stand there? No, he's standing there, so he's making sure he's got a very firm cage there to prevent them getting in.
That's exactly it. Slow and steady wins the race, unfortunately.
And I think we're going to see a Tomb Guardian coming in for the third corner. So who are we going to have in the final corner? One of the throw Ras, perhaps, or have we got a blitz Ras better?
Oh, this one on the right-hand side, I'd say.
Yeah, the old blitz Ras getting in there. They've got a good defence. I mean, they also come with the block skill, so that is a very tight cage now to get into.
It's going to be really difficult to break, isn't it?
I think, if I was a betting man, which you've known me to do many, many times when it comes to Blood Bowl, I would probably go for a 2-1 here for the Khemri. I don't think they're going to have time for a third, but I cannot see how the Rats are possibly going to break through.
I mean, I think the only way they can do it, the Rats, is if they were to sort of gang up on one of the Tomb Guardians and be fortunate in taking him down and out to open up a corner. Even then...
Oh no, the Rat Ogre tried to dodge.
That's unfortunate. Tripped over his own tail.
Yeah, I can see why he tried to do that. I mean, if he could have brought that Rat Ogre into play, he could have taken out one of the corners.
Yeah, that could have made a big difference.
Yeah, I think that might have been a turning point of the game, to be fair.
Of course, it's never over until it's over, and it's quite possible for even the most experienced player to get excited and make a silly mistake, leaving themselves out in the open. So
it is, and
I wouldn't count Robin out yet.
And as you said earlier, Skaven, I mean, they can turn they can turn the game around and score in just 1 or 2 turns.
And we can see here he still does have a Skaven up at the far end of the pitch, ready to receive if possible.
He does, but the numbers are going down slowly, so it's not looking great. I just think it's hilarious that Robin's gone and used all of his money on warp stones. I mean, I know that the old Skaven do love their mutations, but I mean, come on, surely a few more fans and an enhancement would have been better.
Well, Skaven, what can you say? They have different value system to us. And if what they really, really love is the warp stone, then let them enjoy their glittery green stuff. That's fine.
Exactly.
That's fine.
I mean, this is looking
just loving the stadium the way they are. The stadia.
They don't go for all the glitz and glam that the rest of us do.
No. Yeah.
It is interesting we both picked Astro Granite. I mean, I just thought, how many times have I played teams like Skaven, and the little buggers go and sprint down the pitch, and then they might trip and they just bounce gently and get back up and score. So I thought, make them fall and die. Get rid of them.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And it's such a joy to be able to get these enhancements as well. We normally, under most conditions, we don't get to spend that extra money. We don't get to see the stadiums be all that they could be. So just in terms of our viewership, the people who are watching this, let's reward the fans. Let's give them something really to enjoy.
Well, exactly. More beer stands. And more space you've got, more fans you can get, more money you can have coming in. That's all good.
Yeah. Get the old wizards hired. So we got the fireballs.
Yes. Have we got anyone that's taken wizards? Possibly.
I'm not sure. Some people are being very close-lipped about the whole thing.
Well, I noticed both. Sorry, go on.
Go on.
I was just saying, I noticed both the goblins and the halfling have actually picked Prez to Nuffle, so it makes star players cheaper.
Ah. Okay, yes. Well, that will be good then for the fans, just to see some of the real professionals in action.
Yes. Oh, compared to the way these players are going, I think they need some professionals.
That's a mean thing to say. I understand where you're coming from, but Jaypee is playing pretty professionally, too professionally, to be honest.
He is. I mean, he's got this game completely under control. I think we're going to see a side. Oh, that's unexpected. I thought we were going to see a side cage there, where the other Tomb Guardian came in to protect. Can he score? He scored.
No need. Yeah, he's done it.
Oh, well played. Do you know? I didn't think he had the speed.
Yeah, well, he maybe had to push it as well, but you know he took his time, he picked his spot, and he come through. Yeah.
I mean, I think half of the training though for a Khemri team is spending all that time going with a choreographer to get their dance routine right if they do score.
You are absolutely right. Well, 2-0. This is painful for Robin, isn't it?
It is. Oh, and he stayed knocked out.
It's hard to see.
But as I said, he has got the death, and I personally think it's even more important to score a death than it is to win the game, which is probably why I rarely ever win games.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what they're going to do now. Let's see. We've still got
13 for Robin Bloodaxe, so he's got four goes. Now, one-turn touchdowns are not unheard of by any stretch of the imagination for the Skaven, but you got to have a little bit of luck to go with it.
You have, I mean,
to get back two, you know, to get the draw in those turns.
I mean, he might get one touchdown because if he can get the ball to one of the gutter runners, break through and defend them, he will score in 2 turns. But then he has to take the ball away from the Khemri.
Yes, yes. And we've got a thrown rock.
Ooh, the Fonz. Happy days.
Fonzie is down.
What's happened? Oh, he's only stunned. That throw rock can be a right nuisance. I mean, some of those fans have just got the absolute arm of death. They can throw that. Oh, we've got an injury.
Why?
Delilah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, hopefully after your rendition there, Delilah will regenerate, but I don't know, let's find out. Yes, Delilah's back.
My favourite player on JP's side. Quite a good snogger as well.
How does that work with all the bones?
We find ways.
Fair enough, I'm not even going to ask.
Probably just as well.
Yep, there we go. He's going to blitz the Tomb Guardian.
Tomb Guardian's down.
Yeah, but can he
now,
break
is he
through the armour?
Do us a favour? Is he going to do us a favour and foul? See if he can get another death?
Well, he does have a lot of rats around that. Oh, no, he's actually going to break through and try and score. I mean,
that's just tedious. I mean, it's not tedious, it's wise. Obviously, it's wise, but come on, I want to see that Tomb Guardian dead.
Yeah, exactly. With all of those players around him, they had that perfect chance.
It's just so tempting, isn't it?
It really is.
Okay.
Now,
let's see if he can pick up the ball first.
He has got the ball.
It's his thrower, so he's hoping for a long pass. No.
Oh. Now, I thought he would have thrown it to the gutter runner that was next to him and then run it down the pitch.
Yeah. I guess he's reliant on the fact that he's got the thrower with the ball, better at passing, looking to manoeuvre, but the turns are just disappearing, aren't they?
I think he's going to try and blitz.
When you're trying to...
He's blitzing the gutter runner. That is the only one who has a chance to score, and he has dodged though. Oh, this is challenging. I think he could get a touchdown back here, you know.
Well, nice to see. Certainly a salvage for his pride if he can. Oh, we've got them both down.
Now that's actually quite useful.
Yeah, we certainly salvage a bit of pride if he can, but just... Sorry, what were you saying? Useful?
Yeah, I was just saying that's really useful for Robin because now he has actually broken those two, so he should be able to take down the player that is currently marking the gutter runner.
Yes.
That's it, so he's going to push him out, and then I would imagine he will blitz with the other one to take out the one next to the gutter. Where's he going? What are you doing? Oh, Robin Bloodaxe.
Yeah, he's focused on getting that touchdown. He's making himself a little side cage.
Yeah, but I think that's a mistake. I mean, he has that gutter runner in the middle who could reach the end.
He's gone for the pass.
Oh no, and he's fumbled it. Reroll, come on, get that ball. He's got the ball.
Got the ball but can't do anything with it now. So, well, I guess he could still pull one back. Like I say, salvage a bit of pride. But, oh, one dice block.
Oh, ouch.
That's the Rat Ogre down.
Yeah, we could have an well, I was going to say we could have an equaliser. Not if he's 2-0 down. He can't. We could at least have a salvage of a touchdown. But I just thought he was going to go and clear that gutter runner who's in the middle, get the ball to them, and then scored in that one turn.
Yeah, but you see, we've got the benefit here of the overview, haven't we? You know, we're looking at it from above. We don't have any skin in the game, whereas your coach is right by the pitch, shouting at the players, trying to be heard over the crowd, and not having that higher view from which to see all of the players in relation to all of the opponents. So it's a very different game when you're down there.
It is. It's so easy to miss something. Absolutely. This is why it's quite nice that we actually have other people coaching from the sidelines for our teams, where we can just shout at them and complain about everything they do. Oh, we've got a blitz. Oh,
and the ball carrier is down. Well, that just about sews it up for Jaypee there, doesn't it?
It does. I mean,
nicely done.
Can he do?
Nicely done.
He does still have that gutter runner in the middle, but I think Jaypee is, he's making it even harder to get the ball. There's now 2 people marking it.
He's doing it right. This is what we're going to have to be careful of when we're playing against Jaypee. You see, his just determined professionalism, his ruthlessness of efficiency.
Now, I thought he would have actually taken a blitz there to get rid of him, but no. Oh, that's quite useful. So, what are we going to have?
Dodge.
Oh no!
Fight for the dodge.
Don't dodge into a tackle zone.
Failed.
Now, the risk he took there by dodging from a tackle zone into the tackle zone is it's so much harder to do.
Yeah.
I mean, even your humans from the first season struggled with that occasionally.
Yeah. It's sometimes worth dodging out of a tackle zone and then back in, as it were, to not be affected so poorly, but so much. But yeah, no, really got it there. I think there is a skill that allows you to ignore tackle zones, though, isn't there, when you're dodging in? I
think it's only on stunties, isn't it?
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, certainly Nobblers in particular, they just pretty much run between people's legs and there's nothing they can do about it.
Yeah, but that's going to be useful for you with your Ogre team then, isn't it?
Well, I hope so, but also Nobblers are only strength 1, so they don't tend to last very long. Armour 5.
Yeah.
You sneeze near them and they're in the dugout for the rest of the match.
Aye, but they can dodge between legs and pick up the ball. This is the thing. If you can get them right, they can be really useful players.
They can, and I think that ends the chance for Robin Bloodaxe to pull one back. I can't see it happening now.
Yeah.
That is such a shame. I honestly believe he had an opportunity there to score, but why has he taken that risk? Has he not noticed what turn it was?
I think perhaps not.
Oh dear.
Maybe he thought he had an extra go after this.
Yeah, he was getting excited and thought, yes, it's an open pitch, I'm going to run for it. It's like, no, it's the end of the game after this next turn. You've got to admire his spirit.
Yeah, I mean, it could be something as simple as just trying to get the ball as far away from the Skaven as possible.
Oh, and I think that's going to be the end.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, he's down. He's down. But that was an entertaining game, I must say.
It was. I feel a lot of sympathy and empathy for Robin Bloodaxe there. He played it pretty well, but Nuffle was definitely against him in terms of the dice roll.
Exactly.
Jaypee, like I say, he's an executioner. He knows what he's doing, and he just ruthlessly takes out his opponents. He's going to be one to watch this season, I think.
Now that's useful for him. His throw ra has actually gained a skill, so that's if he's really lucky, he might gain an agility. I mean, if you get a hyper agile Khemri, well, agility of 3, which we're sort of used to with most teams, it can make such a difference.
Or added movement, perhaps.
Now that is interesting. Very similar number of blocks, 34 versus 36, but look at the difference in the injury types.
Yeah, a lot of carnage.
It was. I
mean, the kids have got some SPPs there, looking good.
Well, Cuthbert must have got 2 injuries caused to score 4, so that is impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, Tiny Rocks won 2-0, and yet only 2 of their players got any star player points. It's quite surprising.
Yeah, do they normally level up pretty quick though, the Khemri, or are they generally quite a slow team in all respects?
They are normally quite slow, but I think the big issue here is that well, they didn't score any injuries, did they? They were a bit rubbish at injuring players, so yeah. I mean, look at that going for it rolls. 95% success rate. That is just ridiculous. That would have been disappointing if they'd been on our pitches, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well, here's hoping he's used up all of his luck now.
Exactly. Well, I mean, there we go. So that was match 2 from our new season. I mean, we're running through these really nice and fast now, so this is getting quite exciting. Of course, my guys are up next, my ogres, against the little halflings.
I cannot wait to see them humiliate you. I mean, I can't wait to see the team and how it plays off. And
I'm fully intending to turn them into pulp. We will have like mashed halfling, and maybe we could try halfling pie. Although I believe they're called halfling pies, but they don't actually have halflings in.
Do we know which stadium it's going to be fought in?
I am at home, I think. So thankfully, I won't have to deal with the extra number of what am I trying to say? The extra star players won't be there for me. So yes, that's quite a relief.
Well, that will be one to watch. So we'll shout out when it's time for that to come out. But until then, from the stadium of the Rat Street Kids, Class 2B, and Robin's ignominious defeat there at the hands of Jaypee, this is Double D saying bye-bye.
And it's Tom Woodry saying goodbye. Thank you ever so much, guys. See you on the pitch next time.
Thanks, folks. Cheers, Tom. Ta-da.